Hey guys, Double Zone, the House of Gamers. And again, before the video starts, I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing for this one. Yeah, just a quick shout out to RT Games, Chook, and Slugly. 3 friends of mine, and they are starting out with their YouTube channels. Well, they've started out like a couple weeks ago, however the fuck long ago. But yeah, just as a bit of a shout out towards them. Yay. Now, onto the Pyro. Hey guys, Tf2 the House of Gamers. And yeah, okay, so just before the video starts, because the start of the video, for some reason, with OBS, it always lags like fucking shit. I mean, later in the video, it does lag as fuck, but that's the actual game being a fucking bitch, because my computer's slightly overheating. In any case, Jungle Inferno, Pyro update, Jungle update, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's out. Came out Saturday, the day before my birthday. Yay! I didn't know. I only got recognized by one person on Discord. In any case, so yeah, Tf2 Team Fortress 2 update release, when Chapter 2 yada yada yada, Jungle Inferno update is live. That makes sense. Additional information available on the website. Yeah, no shit. 5 featured community maps: Moss Rock, Lazarus, Brazil Enclosure, and Banana Bay. Banana Bay is actually fairly fucking awesome. Payload race, the cart goes underwater. You have to follow the cart underwater at one point. It's fucking amazing. One new official map: Mercenary Park. Mercenary Park is pretty much a rip-off of Jurassic Park. But instead of dinosaurs, yetis and giant crocs. 5 new community taunts: dueling banjo, jumping jack, the Soviet strong arm, and the Russians arm raise, and the head case. Pause for clips. 2 new official taunts: Yeti punch and Yeti smash. Clips. 2 new community cosmetic cases with 20 items inside each. Yeah, that's kinda cool. 2 new war paint collections made up of community-made war paints and official war paints. Yeah. 2 new war paint collections filled with classic weapon skins being brought back for another tour. Yeah. 4 new pyro items: the Dragon's Fury, the Thermal Thruster with a new taunt, the Gas Blast, the Gas Passer, and the Hot Hand. Out of those 4, I think the 2 most ones I find fun: Dragon's Fury and Thermal Thruster. Yeah. So I'll get down to Thermal Thruster. Dragon's Fury is primary, Thermal Thruster, and Gas Passer, the fucking secondary, and Hot Hand is a new melee that's pretty much the holy mackerel for Pyro. 1 new heavy item: the second banana. It's like second prize. Yeah. 3 contracts to earn the new pyro and heavy weapon items. Yep. 36 campaign contract. Bought that shit. Mercenary Park gift shop to select your campaign contract rewards. Equipable contractor to customize and track your campaign experience. General information. Significant weapon class balance improvements. See gameplays. Changes section below for full details. We'll forget that. It's fucking amazing. Increased the maximum number of backpack slots to 2,500 from 2,000. I've only got 10 pages. I'm good. I'll be good for that. The new default voice codec now defaults to Steam Voice. Steam Voice is now using Opus Audio at a higher bitrate than default Celt codec. Added a new Audio Celt high option for SVE voice codec, allowing community servers to opt in to higher bitrate voice chat. Nice. Fixed the engineer being able to store the gunslinger's melee crit for a future melee attack. That was a bug. Huh. Never used the gunslinger much anyway. Fix the bug where the ammo from a picked up weapon could exceed the player's maximum ammo allowed. What the fuck? Fix the bug where the dispenser would use different bounce checks for distributing ammo and health. What? Yep. Yep. Fixed a bug where the player model would not play the attack animation for some weapons that fire bullets. Fixed the model, the Scottish handshake, and the Neon Annihilator not having the model spec on critical hits. That was a bug? Oh, hell yeah. Wait, some of these are bugs that no one knew? Fixed some of the heavy's edible secondary items not having the model update when the item is eaten, so like it actually looks like it's being taken a bite out of and then destroyed. Well, taken out of, yeah, you know how the sandwich and that shit work. Fix the case where players could have multiple weapons visible at the same time. To be entirely honest, that just made me like, that was just hilarious, and that was just hilarious. Manpower mode, knockout power up now collects health pack health without subtracting their health bonus. Health results in knockout carriers collecting more health from each health kick. Oh, cool. Resistant power up now blocks backstabs. Fix engineers using the Eureka effect to teleport out of hell on Halloween maps. Why would they want to do that? Fix the announcer sometimes saying the tank is halfway through when a tank first spawns in MVM mode. Yeah, that'd be just annoying. Update the Paladin crates to only drop crates and not cases. Well, players that have their movement slowed for any reason now have a status icon appear on their HUD in the same area that displays other effects such as Mark for Death. Huh. Added first-person inspect animations to all weapons. That is kind of cool. That's kind of cool, especially with the new war paints, which I'll get into in a bit, and all the new cosmetics. Added disconnect sound when the medics stop sealing their target. Added new sounds for the family business, the winger, and the frontier justice. Added sounds for the brass beast and the opposite. Updated sounds for the brass beast and the upper hand. I did notice that, and the winger. That sounds a bit better. When using Steam controller improvements, when using Steam controller configuration to configure new non-Steam controller devices, example, Xbox controllers, the proper button icons are now displayed in the UI. Improved controller icon, yeah, just pause and read that. I use keyboard, so I'm not weird. Not weird, but I'm just gonna skip that part. Community requests added TF playrounds / TF list set rounds debug commands to jump between mini rounds on multi-stage maps. May not work on all maps as the map ties custom logic to entities other than the mini rounds themselves. Example, arbitrary capture zones. Example, Dust Bowl. Applied the match rejoin limitations in casual to MVM as well. Players who leave a MVM match cannot matchmake back into the same game for several minutes. Players who are vote kicked from an MVM match cannot matchmake into that same game for several hours. Holy shit, people play MVM matches can take several hours? How? Added Ready Steady Pan Season 3 tournament medals, and here we go for medals. Medal. Updating the map. Mappers vs. Machines Participant Medal 2017 medal so that it can be painted. Arms weight tournament medals, so descriptions, tags can be used. Yada. Parties. Yeah. Parties can now be formed from anywhere within the game and persist through matches. Players are now able to join their party's match if late joining is allowed. Added a new party interface that allows you to quickly manage and interact with your party. Added global party chats that allows party members to chat with each other from anywhere in the game. Party chat is printed in the same in the in-game chat interface when in a game. Added calling command say underscore party default bind p that allows for party members in a game. Fucking things. As for party members using the in-game chat interface similar to how say _team works for chatting amongst your team and with members not in a game. Matchmaking, redesign the matchmaking screens to be light overlays that can be summoned and dismissed from anywhere within the game. Find that actually kinda useful. Move the casual and competitive badge panels to the main menu. Casual, levels now go beyond 150. All players now have a tier in addition to their level. All players start at tier 1, and your level goes past 150, your level resets to 1, your tier goes up by 1, and your casual badge will change its appearance to reflect your new status. Players who had reached level 150 will now have any experience beyond 45,500, the amount required to hit 150, put into an overflow pool. While playing casual matches, any XP you earn will be matched and deducted from your overflow pool until it runs out. Vote for the next map dialogue can now be minimized to the top scoring players. Contract. The contracts draw has been replaced with the contractor, a state-of-the-art PDA. You can now work on contracts at your own pace. It's up to you to decide which ones you work on, what order you decide to work on them, to literally choose your own venture. You can now make progress on bonus objectives while working towards completing your primary objective. Yay. Only one contract can be active at a time. Contracts are now unlocked by spending stars earned by completing objectives. Contracts can be turned in once the primary objective is complete. Partially completed contracts can be reactivated for free at any time. Party members who are on the same server and the same team can now help earn progress on each other's contracts. So pretty much, the more people you have in your party, the faster your fucking contracts go. Gameplay changes. These are new weapons changes. Multi-class panic attack. This is one of our least used weapons. The main culprit seems to be the queued/delayed fire aspect, which fights against the basic concept of the secondary slot on weapons on classes that can use this weapon. Soldier, Heavy, Engineer, Pyro. Players generally expect a secondary that is immediately ready to fire for the rare case where their main weapon is not available. Example, out of ammo, or isn't the optimal choice, airborne, too close, etc. Removing the queue delayed fire concept basically invalidates the whole original design, so we started over. Goal, make the weapon immediately usable, remove the large burst potential, generally hard to balance, and give the weapon a unique design space to occupy. New design, 30% faster switch speed, 50% more pellets, 30% less damage. Fires a wide, fixed shot pattern, regardless of server settings. Shot pattern grows with successive shots, example while holding down the attack button, but resets after you stop firing or reload. They've also bumped up the ammo capacity to 6 instead of 4. I've been playing for the past couple days, and nope, that's actually part of the cosmetics. Sorry, background. Reserve Shooter. Pyros are too easily able to take advantage of this weapon's primary feature via air blast, i.e. no penalty on demand launching of their target, and so the damage potential can greatly exceed that of the other classes that also use this weapon. Rather than take a heavier-handed approach to solve this, we've instead decided to remove air blasts as a source of mini-crits. Attacks on targets knocked into the air by Pyro Air Blast, no longer mini-crit. Added, attacks on targets flying via the thermal thruster, mini-crit. Yes. Yes. Spy, Ambassador. Players that are headshot from across the map are expecting to see a sniper in their desk. Can, but sometimes see more from them we'd like. A spy with a revolver. Yeah. Goal, reduce the effective combat range to something more reasonable and expected with the spy. It changes, headshot damage is now subjected to distance fall off effects. I've been talking for all the while and my mouth is starting to hurt. Headshots beyond 1,200 world units do normal, non-crit damage. Dead Ringer. Feigned death is an interesting effect, but a good spy can use it. Extremely frequently, to making it frustrating to play against and reducing the risk of using it nearly constantly. Yeah. Dead Ring is being nerfed into the fucking ground. Pretty much. Goal, rather than make it less interesting, let's make it more predictable to fight against by removing methods by which spies can reduce its cooldown. This should create much more of a rhythm to fighting against a spy using this, and introduce a little bit more risk to players using it. Changes. Hey! Players. Bitch. Changes. Ammo kits and dispensers no longer refill the spy's cloak meter. Yeah. Your eternal reward. This is the least used spy knife. Technically the reskin is, but anyway. While silent kill and rapid disguise on kill are good, the downside of this knife is extreme. Changes. Remove cannot disguise penalty. Added non-kill disguises require and consume a full cloak meter. Backstab based disguises are still free. Increase cloak drain rate by 33%. Yeah. Might be a bit but I don't play spy much. I'm a shit spy. Scout. Sandman. The feedback on this weapon has been fairly consistent for a while. Sorry. Players really hate losing the ability to fight back. Compounding this, the ball has to travel really far in order. Some players being hit by a long-range ball more often than not ends up feeling random rather than skilled. We're not even fucking halfway through this shit. Changes. Long-range ball impacts no longer ball impacts. Remove the victim's ability to fire their weapon, but the victim is still slowed. We've updated achievements that we're looking for to some players. Max range balls now do 50% increased damage, from base of 15. The flight time required to trigger the max effect has been reduced by 20%. Ball regeneration time reduced to 10 seconds from 15. Bonk Atomic. And we're back, okay. Bonk Atomic Punch. This weapon was designed to allow scouts to pierce hotly contested areas. While it does this quite well, it doesn't require enough skill or carry much of a downside. Changes. Apply slow effect to the player after the phasing wears off, based on the amount of damage they absorbed. From 25% at low damage to minus 50% at 200 plus damage. For last 5 seconds. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. This weapon is one of the lower owner equipped items in the game. Might grab it now. Looking at the current design, it seems that not taking falling damage ranks pretty low on the value for a scout, and a flat plus 20% damage taking penalty is basically the kiss of death for a low health class. Goal: make the weapon less of a liability and focus it as a get health quick tool with a decent burst at the expense of total damage. New design: plus 15% firing speed, up to 7 HP per hit from plus 5, minus 25% clip size, 9 shots. Yeah. Critical. The last change to this item added mark for death when the effect ended. This was okay because it forced scouts to get out after a little while, but it didn't add any risk in the moment. Goal: added more thought on when, where to activate and how to manage the risk reward of the effect. Changes: added each attack while active as mark for death debuff for 5 seconds. Does not stack. Removed mark for death when effect expires, and the 25% move speed and the damage taken penalty. Atomizer. Triple jump as a passive effect is just too strong. It makes combat against scout if unpredictable because opponents don't see the map and therefore have a hard time anticipating the scout's capabilities until late in the encounter. It also makes the scout very strong against explosive classes due to a combination of extreme high mobility and high close range damage. Sorry, I had to swallow my spit. Goal: require the scout to deploy the bat to take advantage of the extra jump, which is also a signal to other players that they can perform an extra jump and reduce the bat's negatives to compensate. Changes: triple jump is now only possible while the bat is deployed. Removed self-inflicted damage when triple jumping. Removed attack speed penalty. Added melee attacks done while airborne. Mini crit. and added 50% deploy time penalty to prevent quick switch bypass. Reduced damage penalty versus players to minus 15% from minus 20%. Flying Guillotine. This weapon is capable of high burst damage under what sometimes seems like random conditions, such as mini crits at long range and full crits when the target is slowed or stunned by anything. Example, Ghost Boo Effect, Natasha, etc. Goal: remove the feeling of randomness and reward accuracy. Changes: remove crit versus stun players mini crit and removed the mini crits at long range. Added long range hits reduced recharge by 1.5 seconds. Distance considered long range reduced by half of the previous value when determining mini crits. And goddammit, Phlegm. Fucking hell. Soldier! Finally, Soldier. And we're only... Wait, how many fucking classes have we gone through? Multi-class, Spy, Scout, and now we're getting this is technically the fourth one if you can count multi-class as its own class in this situation. Soldier, base jumper. Players often complain that the base jumper is frustrating to fight against because the target is simply too hard to hit. This is mostly due to the combination being able to deploy slash retract at will, and the amount of steering control that they have, which makes them too unpredictable. To be entirely honest, I'm a Pyro main. I'm a Pyro getting into the heavy maining a bit with a new update. Fucking Brass Beast. Well, Brass Beast on when defending, yeah. And I haven't played too much of demo because I've been trying to do all the Pyro and some other, just doing all this shit. In any case, yeah. Okay, so changes: reduce amount of air control while deployed by 50%. Okay, remove the ability to, reduce the amount of air control. Remove the ability to redeploy the parachute once retracted, until the player lands on the ground again. Yay. Man Treads, the second least used item in the game. The aerial stunt minigame is difficult and the gunboats are superior in most scenarios. Changes: plus 75% push force reduction now includes air blast. Added plus 200% air control and blast jumping. Well, fucking Muselk trying to have fun with that shit. Cow Mangler 5000. Removed, cannot be crit boosted. Granted, earned crits, example, Crits Creek, will be converted to mini crits instead. Righteous Bison. Righteous Bison. The total meme weapon is now back to its former glory. Note this weapon has been reverted to its previous design. Deals 20 damage per tick, down from 45. Note this is necessary because the projectile is no longer limited on the number of times they can hit targets. Projectiles are no longer limited on the number of times they can hit the same target. Projectile velocity increased to 12,000 from 840. Hammer units. Fucking shit. Sniper, Darwin's Danger Shield. Snipers using this item has an advantage against snipers who weren't. As a result, players felt like they were required to whip this item in order to be competitive. Quite frankly, when I go sniper, I'm either going fucking full war pig with the fucking fortified compound, and going full war pig, or I use the Darwin's Danger Shield as a counter sniping weapon with the Bizarre Bargain. So this really makes me want to use it with, instead, makes me want to use it with the fucking fortified. Okay. Goal: remove the increased survivability against enemy snipers, which invalidates the existing design. New design: can range burn attacks, example flares, and strengthen melee fights versus pyros. After burn immunity and 50% fire resist. Fucking scorch shot. So yeah. Razorback. Goal: reduce the effectiveness of pocketed snipers in stalemate/standoffs. This primarily happens in organized/competitive play. Changes: added A negative 100% overheal penalty. Added shield generates after 30 seconds. So the shield now regenerates, but you lose overheal. Yeah. I think the only reason why you'd probably like pocket a sniper in that sort of situation would probably be against enemy hackers. And that's all I've seen it used for. Medic, Vita Soul. Overcharge on death is too valuable of an effect to be passive. Goal, change the weapon in a way that requires skill and risk in order to gain this effect. Changes, added organs collecting concept. Hit someone with the sword and out pops a vital organ which you then take and hold. Each hit with the vital sword harvests your victim's organs shown on the HUD. Added on death, preserve 50% uber charge per organ harvested. This effect caps at 60%. Crusader's crossbow. Bolt healing is very high and significantly out-heals the minigun when the target is in combat. This might be okay given the trade-offs, risk versus reward of range shots hitting and the opportunity cost, no overheal. However, it's also the fastest way to build Ubercharge under the right conditions. Example, corner damage farming with the medic behind cover. Changes, Ubercharge gain rate reduced in the same way that the minigun's healing, and therefore Ubercharge build rate is based on the last time the target was in combat. Reduced by a third when 1 to 10 seconds outside of combat, and scales up to normal over 10 to 15 seconds. Heavy or miniguns. Changes, the 1 second damage and accuracy penalty now applies to the first second of spun up time. Whether or not the heavy is firing. Previously, the 1 second damage penalty would only be removed after 1 second of firing. Accuracy and damage penalties now reset when the heavy spins down rather than when the heavy stops firing. This means if you stay spun up beyond 1 second and fire in bursts, damage and accuracy will remain at 100%. Okay. Gloves are GRUs. Gloves running urgently. I'll be explaining a glitch that they patched with the third most recent patch. Speed, lack of, is used to balance the heavy's high health over heal and damage output. While we still believe it's okay to have a class of items that increase heavy's movement speeds, players have been able to easily bypass existing negatives. Changes, added max health is drained while item is active, minus 10 health per second, and regenerated when while holstered. Health will regenerate only the amount drained while active, plus minus any damage taken during that time. Each time the gloves are deployed, the drain rate is accelerated for a brief period of time. Remove mark for death effect while active. Remove 20% damage penalty. Eviction notice. It's just a same thing with the gloves running urgently, except minus 5%. Fist of Steel, the death increase melee damage doesn't ever really come into play when it counts. Example, holding a choke point of objective, and when a medic is attached, the resulting pool of effective health is unreasonably large. Changes, added 40% overheal reduction while active, and 40% healing rate penalty while active. Added the second banana. Secondary slot item, when consumed by the heavy, restores 200 health. Acts like a small health kit when dropped by the heavy and picked up by another player. Item regenerates after 10 seconds, so I was right for the timing, yay. Engineer. Rescue Ranger, the ability to repair buildings safely from range without using metal is powerful. Combine this with the ability to instantly teleport buildings from far away, which by itself is interesting and useful enough in many circumstances, and you end up with a package that is very strong. Changes. Range repairs now consume metal at a 4 to 1 health to metal ratio. Example, repairing 60 damage costs 15 metal. Double the amount of metal applied per wrench hit when upgrading buildings during this setup period. Oh, fuck, why the fuck am I not using the Rescue Ranger? Demo, Claymore. Note this weapon has been reverted to its previous design. Remove 20 plus 25 health on kill. Added 0.5 second increase in charge duration. Now we get to the fun shit with Pyro. Added the Dragon's Fury. Primary slot item, so new flamethrower. Uses a shared pressure tank for primary fire and alt fire. Primary fire launches a fast-moving, limited-range projectile that deals 25 damage and briefly ignites enemies. Deals plus 300 percent damage to burning players, plus 50% repressurization rate on hit. Alt fire, air blast, minus 50% repressurization rate on alt fire. So pretty much, the more times you hit with it, the faster it fires. So pretty much you can, so after like a couple of hits against random players, you can two-shot pyros. I've seen it happen, I've done it. Seriously, like drop down and kill 5 players. And it goes through players like the Righteous Bison. And it's a flamethrower. I honestly did not realize it deals 25 damage. Added the thermal thruster. My favorite secondary now. Instead of my old detonator. In the arms of the angels. Because it does a better version of what I use the detonator for. Well, what I like to use the detonator for. Secondary slot item fires a short duration blast that launches the pyro in the direction they are aiming. Deals 3 times falling damage to anyone you land on. Only downside, has a 1.1 second holster duration. So it takes a second and a bit to holster. Little bit, I mean, I can see why, but half that, please, Valve? Like 0.5, well, like 50% more, well, not 50%, more like, normal secondary speed, just add, switch holster speed, just add 50% more to that. The 3 times falling damage to anyone you land on, fairly fucking mint. I would say it's fairly mint. And fires a short duration blast that launches the pyro in the direction they are aiming. So, pretty much, what that entails, it jumps you up and launches you, damaging enemy players and on where you're launching from, and fucking what else was it? Air blasting friendly players for the same amount of health. Sorry, I'm lying down in bed while reading this. MVM upgrade is able to relaunch while airborne. It has 2 launches and regenerates. It does not take too long to regenerate, so I like that. Stun enemies when you land, duration based on impact velocity. Notice landing directly on an enemy grants a bonus to stun duration, faster recharge rate. Added the gas passer. So, I hate this thing. It is my new least favorite weapon, both to fight against and to use. Secondary slot item creates a horrific, visible gas cloud that coats enemies. So pretty much, flammable material that then ignites into 10 seconds of afterburn if enemies take damage, even pyros. MVM machine upgrades. MVM machine vs machine. What the fuck was the planning saying there? Enemies explode when ignited by attacks. Well, and faster recharge rate. See, I'd probably be using it MVM, but not much else. Nowhere else. Pretty much, it takes a okay, so it starts empty. It doesn't reach, you can't get it by going up to can't get it from kits or the spawn health ammo thing. And at the start of the match, by the time you get it, as Pyro, you're probably already dead twice. Probably already died twice and you're about to die a 3rd time. Yeah. It's slow as fuck to load. Well, if you're a Pyro like me. Yeah. Oh crap, what was I playing? Saying, So pretty much, okay, so what it means by horrific visible gas cloud, that coats enemies. So pretty much, like, you chuck it down, it's like Girardi, but for pyro variant. So pretty much you chuck it down, in, say, a group of enemies. Like, say 2 enemies get hit by it, and there's about get hit by it directly, and there's another 3 enemies coming in. 2 enemies that were already there were coated, but it leaves a, like, AoE after effect. So pretty much those 3 enemies behind them run into the gas cloud and also get the effect on them. And by ignited by damage, it means literally any damage. So chuck that down and have a fucking heavy just fucking fire, and they get afterburn. Overpowered in certain situations, but a bitch to get. Oh, and it also affects pyro, so that's also good. Okay, next one. Added the hot hand, the holy mackerel. I mean, the holy hot hand, the holy hand, aka the hot hand. Gain a speed boost when you hit an enemy player, minus 20% damage penalty, and every successful slap is announced in the kill feed. Flamethrowers, better visual sync, more consistent, no visuals minus damage mismatch. New particle effects, a little bit weird, applies to all flamethrower variants. Air blast, hit detection for both players and projectiles now a consistent cone, aiming at a player's feet no longer misses. Air blasting players now factors in the momentum, pyro, and targeting both more control over the interaction. Target's existing velocity is no longer cancelled. Players moving at the pyro at great speed will be reflected away at great speed. Players moving towards / away from the pyro will experience less / more push force. Air blast now causes target player to have reduced footing and air control for a short period, no longer a flat stun. Now factors in the upward angle of the air blast rather than having a fixed upward force. Total push force slightly increased. Afterburn. Flamethrowers now... Okay, so they completely reworked Afterburn. Well, pretty much they reworked Afterburn. Flamethrowers no longer apply maximum duration Afterburn on contact. Afterburn duration is now based on how long the target is in contact with direct flames, starting at a minimum of 3 seconds and stacking to a maximum of 10 seconds. Per tick Afterburn damage increased to 4 from 3, for a total of 8 damage per second, up from 6 per second. Flare guns now apply 7.5 seconds of Afterburn, down from 10 seconds, resulting in the same total damage as before. Afterburn now reduces all direct medic healing and resist shields by 20%. Note this effect was previously applied by direct flames from all flamethrowers at 25%, but was moved to Afterburn, slightly lowered. And yeah, so that's all the updates. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. I'll fuck it. Get me back my blanket. Yay, blanket. Yay, blanket. I'll be doing a new I'll put that in the start. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Cheers, bitches. Cheers.